Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk harness racing. George Napolitano Jr. joining us as the Mohegan Sun of Pocono Downs season gets ready to get underway. George, I'm sure you're pretty excited about this season this year, Pocono.
Yeah, I can't wait to get started, man. Ready to roll.
Well, tell us about the driving at Pocono. Of course, you come back as a leading driver, and the track's been good to you, and you've been good to the track.
Yeah, I just love the track there. The guys, Dale Rapson and Ron Bertoni, them guys just, they make great racing over there. They're just really fair guys to work with, and they got a beautiful racetrack. The surface is probably the best in the world.
Well, you got some great competition there, night in and night out, with some great horses. Tell us what it's like. Any race is really, it's a toss-up. Whether you're 2-1 or 20-1, anything could happen.
Yeah, you got a bunch of great drivers driving there, and just because I'm the leading driver don't mean anything. There's a lot of guys that could fill my shoes. It's all about, getting the right trainer, the right horse, and having some luck on your side. And, it's just very competitive there. And, like you said, a 20-1 shot could guaranteed pop up and win.
Talk about when you're on the track and you're driving a horse, and obviously every horse has a different feel, I'm sure, but you're always kind of rocking and rolling in the bike, doing whatever you could to try to make sure you're getting every bit out of that horse you could. Yeah,
I kind of, for some reason, and I tried to stop that, but it's in my adrenaline, and I don't know what it is, but I just try and get every little inch I can on every horse in every race.
And tell us about the track at Pocono. You talked about the surface itself, but as far as a philosophy, some drivers may be, all right, I want to be on the front end, and you're getting 9-horse fields. I guess every horse is different and every race is different. You have to shuffle it out. But is there something you like to do as much as you could when you're coming down that stretch because it's a little shorter than other tracks on a 5/8 mile?
I always like to control a race. It just seems, I'm a control freak, and I like to control the fractions and stuff. But the tougher it gets there, and you get better drivers and stuff. It's sometimes you're paying an ultimate price to try and cut the miles over there. But at the end of the day, you got to drive with a smart head. The track makes so much speed there that it's a good place to be. You got to sit up close. You got to sit in the first 3 or 4 to win there, I think, and that takes a lot of aggression.
We're talking with George Napolitano Jr. here on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. George, when you talk about being able to be a harness driver and the type of guy you are, there really isn't much of an off season. Guys like yourself, when Chester's open, you're down there, and then you're up here, and it's sometimes twice a day. You really have a busy schedule.
Yeah, when the season starts up, it's like I just look into the little bars that I put up in front of my eyes. I pretend like I'm in prison for 9 months, and I go hard. We race Poconos and Chester on some days. I do double headers, and sometimes I'll do that 5-6 days a week. 2 tracks, 4 days a week, and then go to Chester. On my off time, I'm down in Florida racing. But most of the time when I'm up here, it's full tilt. The chin's tucked in, and we're pouncing forward.
And with that schedule, George, the reality of it is, how do you guys make that commute, and how do you guys make it in a timely fashion? Because it's got to be tough. I'm sure maybe you're in your last race at Chester, whatever race that is, and then you got to come up to Pocono, and you're like, I'm sure you're thinking about that. I got to get up there.
Yeah. It's stressful, man. People don't realize what we really do to do that, but it really is stressful. And I kind of try and look at the races. Maybe I can't stay 1 through 14 at Chester. I'll stay 1 through 10, and then try and make it for the 2nd or 3rd at Poconos. All dependent, what kind of cards there or whatever. We try and look at it, but I don't really like to cut it too close anymore because the traffic on that turnpike's been brutal. But yeah, it is definitely stressful. I signed up for it. I read the small print, so I just make it happen, man. I try not to complain too much. I'm grateful for the job that I have, man. It's something that I want to do. It's something I love to do. Love working with my people, so I try and make it a a happy year, man, no matter what happens.
Talk about when you're racing against your brother. You kind of, the theme, I guess, you take no prisoners. You guys go head-to-head when you're in the same race, and it could come down to a couple of inches, but each of you want to win it.
Yeah, I mean, we battle. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, when the gate springs, we're out for blood. Mother, brother, sister, whoever's out there, I don't try to, if I can better myself in my position, then I'll do it. But if it's going to really hurt me, sorry about your luck, man. It's for money. And at the end of the day, hopefully we could, we could still be friends, and you can't take it personal because, you're just trying to do the job that we do. But yeah, me and my brother, man, we bang heads sometimes, and I try to explain to him, man, it's nothing personal, bro.
When you talk about, harness racing, you recently got your 6,000th win. And thinking back when you started a little bit later than some other guys, but you're in full gear right now.
Yeah, I started real late. I was real confused. I didn't know what, I tried to box, and, I did some things and kind of tested the waters in my life. I had a lot of little things that I love to do, and harness racing, I just kept on falling back into that little spot there, and it just, when I finally first made my mind up, yeah, it was later in my life, but yeah, things are going really good, man. I'm really blessed by God that he gave me the right trainers and the right opportunities, because there's a lot of great drivers out there that never get a break.
George, talk about your family. Everybody needs a great family for support and what you do. And as you said, you really have a very busy schedule. And as you said, people don't realize. Talk about the family support you get that makes it all happen.
Man, and you're so right. They make it all happen, because if I didn't have the wife that I have, I definitely couldn't be at the right mindset to do what I do, because, you can't have any other stress from anybody else, because you got to be, you got to have a clear mind, man, when you get out there. And I got a great wife. I got a great little boy, man. They come with me on Saturday nights. We go get a little room up there, Pocono. We stay for the weekend. And without them, this definitely couldn't be possible. My wife supports me. She loves the harness game. She's an adrenaline person too, man. She was the winner, and she pushes me, from my downside. When I'm my lowest moments, man, she brings me up, and when I'm up a little too high, she kicks me down. So yeah, we got a great team, man.
That's awesome. And George, how about home, so to speak? I mean, where do you call home? Because, between you said you're down in Philly, you're up in the Wilkes-Barre area, and, of course, you're in Florida at times. You have a few different places, and one place that if you get a time to settle down, you like to chill out just a little bit?
We bought a house up here, man. Thank God we finally did get a house up here, and we're going to call this home. We go down to Florida. I still have a home down there. It was my home, and now it's just kind of like a little vacation spot, man. We run down there for a couple of months and enjoy the sun and try and spend some time with some family real quick. But I got to call home up here now, man.
Well, George Napolitano Jr., going to be a great year. Come back as a leading driver, but as you mentioned, it's so competitive each and every night. But you're a grinder. You do it at both tracks, and sometimes you do it at some other tracks as well. Congratulations again coming back, and I know you're looking forward to a great year.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
All right, that's George Napolitano Jr. here on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.